This is turning into a genre of its own, and it's one of the cheapest, phoniest genres I've ever seen. It's the sick teenager genre out there. We mentioned it before.
Maze Runner.
Maze Runner, and that other one, the acrimony, whatever. You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. The Defiant.
Exactly. Deflection, whatever.
Yeah, whatever it was.
Yeah, y'all know the one. The one that they just quit. They just said, shit, well, ain't nobody watching this shit no more. Divergent.
Thank you.
Negro, you wrong as fuck. No, dude, just think about Defiant.
He was defiant about that.
That answer's defying you right now. Divergent. No, that's right. Yeah, y'all right.
Thank you.
Why'd y'all wait so long, dude? They just saw that. They just watched. You know, you saw us over here drowning. Should we tell them, baby? No.
Well, she was already gonna watch you choke to death.
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
So we know we couldn't get help from over there.
Always looking for ways to spend more time with me, aren't you, Stella?
Don't tell me the one time you're interested in some guy, he's also got CF.
I like seeing you like this.
Like what?
Hopeful.
You know, you had all these apocalyptic young adult movies, these teenagers that were out there killing each other, and the genre got lazy. They just let the kids just kill themselves.
Right.
Yeah, they didn't even try to kill themselves. They were like, just let them get sick and die. You know, let them get a disease, some rare shit that you that like only like 2 people getting in 20 years. This girl got vampirism, but. And that's what we got here, man. This and it is kind of lazy in a way. We're talking about right now. We're talking about 5 feet apart, man. These things, the producers look at these sick teenager movies and they're just like, oh, well, you know what? That's an easy way to get people to cry.
Sure,
half the work is done.
We're making a CW series, except for just 90 minutes.
Yeah. We sat for almost 2 hours watching them kids die in The Fault of Our Stars. Meanwhile, producers just sat for 2 hours watching them make money.
Yeah, The Fault of Our Stars, everything.
Yeah.
That one where that girl couldn't be out at nighttime.
Yeah.
Midnight Sun, yeah.
Yeah.
The one where the boy came from Mars.
Yeah, Midnight Sun was another one. Well, girl, it was almost like they just made up some shit. Because they were talking about, she's like, you know, I have this disease that only a few people have in the world where I can't go out in the sunlight. You're a fucking vampire.
Exactly.
You know what the... That's not even work, man. I can't go out in the sunlight.
Yeah, it's like somebody wrote another Twilight script. Like, well, we can't sell this unless we change a detail or two.
Yeah.
But she's not a vampire, though.
Yeah.
She just can't go out at night and she sucks blood.
Yeah. You know what her disease was? It wasn't even a disease. She's like, I'm a vampire that can eat regular food. Right. It's stupid, man. And then that one, what was it called?
Everything.
A chick she couldn't go out.
She's in a plastic bubble.
Bubble, yeah. Damn, boy. And meanwhile, these producers out here, they like, what condition they got? Oh, it's something called cashing in. It's good for us. And that's what you have here. You have these, at least it's when like some made up version of vampirism or something. Yeah. This is a real disease. They have cystic fibrosis.
Oh, that's serious.
Yeah. It's an affliction of the lungs. These kids need a lung transplant, and if they don't get it, they could actually die on their own phlegm. Scary thing, you know. It's not anything that we're making light of as far as these diseases go. And the other thing that's complicating this is that while they can touch anybody that they want to, they can't touch another person with a similar disease. So out of all these people that they can fall in love with,
out of all the people in the world, you're gonna fall in love with one person you can't even touch.
You can't touch.
There's 7 billion people on this planet. Just pick another one. How hard is that?
Out of all your she got the movie started out with her with 3 girlfriends in her room. They ain't got no guys that have like a fetish for sick chicks or something.
We can't get a social app that'll match these kids with one from what some of the other movies.
Oh, you know what, Martin? She's a programmer. She makes apps.
Yeah.
I'm like, you make that. Yeah, make that. She just on her spare time. She's like, I make apps. That, by the way, don't play a big part in the movie. This is mentioned. Yeah, I make apps. And what'd you make?
That's what kids do these days.
Yeah. They just
make apps.
They just show a coding. And they, oh, cool, you make apps. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, I can type.
Yeah, so the one person she falls in love with is the person that she can't touch at all. And,
God damn.
Yeah, that's you. The dude's an artist, too, that she falls in love with. Is it going along the same formula and the tropes that we see in this genre of sick teenagers? Or do they do a little something different? I mean, is there any? Who knows? Maybe they evolve this subgenre. Let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer for 5 Feet Apart, and we'll be back with our review.
Why did I pack anything nice?
I will fight.
Oh, because you always pack for a hot hospital romance.
I will fight for you.
God, you're beautiful. Brave.
Can I say something before I forget? Because I didn't put it in my notes. That these kids already dying. They already cheating by making you feel something for them. And that soundtrack just got to come in and you're dying. You'll never have sex. Ding, ding. That man is like, come on, I don't need music to make me feel worse. But every 5 minutes, that dude's on that guitar talking about how sick and dying they are.
Wish I could touch you.
1 foot.
Man, you better save them lungs.
That dude screamed, Martin, like, but you better save them lungs.
I will fight for you.
That's cute. You see what they did with the type?
What did they have them 5 feet apart?
No, they had 5 feet and apart, away from everything else.
Oh, I thought you said the letters were dying. Like the T was coughing. No, okay, I'm not trying to be mean here, but because I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm really not being mean because when I see these movies, man,
they always get you.
Man, they get me, man. They get me. I gotta tell you, everything didn't. First of all, if you see the end of that movie, it's like, oh, fuck you.
No, I know. It really was.
No, I was like, this is bullshit. Let's start some thriller or something. All right, you know what? Nah, don't deal with it. But, I mean, listen, how heartless do you have to be to not feel something for not just people, but young people who haven't even lived life yet, dying? I cried my ass off in the Fault in Our Stars, man. There's a movie in here. I mean, there's a part in this movie where something happened. And I mean, because usually I'm good at like biting my knuckle and just kind of silently letting a tear run down. But there was one part in here where something happened. I was like, I'll turn to a black woman. Jesus! Oh, Lord, don't take him. I was hurting, man. Even with it's not a good movie, but even this movie, Midnight Sun, this chick with this made up vampire disease. Even in that, I was touched by it. And it's not a good movie. It's not a good movie at all. No. But I'm a sucker for those kind of things. I really am. I cry in movies anyway, man.
Yeah.
So I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff. But you at least gotta try. You would, you got you.
Oh, I was starting to get a good vibe from this trailer, at least from the girl.
You gotta give me something.
Oh,
I don't care.
Oh no.
I don't care how much your ass is dying. I don't care about you dying if you ain't trying. I don't care, because that's the thing with this movie, man. Even in the short amount of time that we've had these type of films come out, they've quickly become very, very formulaic.
It's time for somebody to do a parody.
These movies are almost becoming parodies of themselves when they do them. I will tell you stick around for the spoiler on this. Y'all got to hear this. You don't have to hear it. I'll say it for the end, but
Man, my day job, we do the Medicaid that's for kids with cystic fibrosis. It's pretty sad. You're telling me that they aren't able to wring the sadness out of this?
Martin, they do at certain points, but you got to dig through a lot of cliches in order to get there. I mean, because like I said, man, it's so formulaic. It's formulaic, and not only of like sick teen movies, YA movies, but it's also formulaic of just teen movies in period. Just teen movies, period. Like, in the movie, she's vlogging all the time, which we see. It's not. I know teenagers and kids vlog, but that's become shorthand.
They don't all do that.
No, they don't all do that, and that's just become shorthand. A shorthand way of narration,
right, in
a movie. It's a way to narrate without doing voiceover. In the film, we want to. These kids are cool. A lot of things that the old people aren't. So she got her obligatory gay friend in the movie. Yeah.
Okay. Was it Moises Arias?
Moises Arias, who you might have seen at children's parties being Jack Sparrow. And that's what he does in his spare time.
He's always been a very odd-looking kid.
He really has. No, he really has. He in this movie, he plays the gay friend. And on top of him, man, being the gay trope in the movie, they got other movie tropes in there. They got the sassy black nurse.
I saw that.
Complete with a line or a situation where she looks up and says, "Oh, hell no."
Come on.
No, man.
Doesn't Will Smith get paid every time somebody says that?
She said, "Oh, hell no." I think it's public domain now. They actually had her do, and she did the "oh, hell no" walk too. I'm doing my sassy black walk. Did
she work her neck?
No, at least they didn't do that. At least they didn't do it. Maybe I missed it, There was some points I just put my head down, just shaking it. I was like, damn, man. And then they bring in this. Even this. It sounds like a compliment, but it's a cliche too. Of course, they bring in the guy that she's attracted to, and all these guys are always the same guy, Because this is funny. Because despite this dude being sick, he's still hot. Yeah. He ain't got no bags under his eyes. His skin is still nice. His hair is always. They got a fucking salon in that hospital that we don't see. Because you look at it, it's like, the gay friend looked like shit.
Right.
I mean, he looks sick. He looked like he's gonna die at any moment. Not our boy. His hair is perfectly done all the time. Somebody's bringing him a nice wardrobe every day. And on top of that, it's not that he's just dreamy. It's not just he's just cute.
He's artsy.
He's artsy. He's dark. He's brooding. He's moody, and also he's kind of a dick.
Yeah, kind of a smart ass.
Yeah, He's like the bad boy of sick people.
I make my own rules.
Yeah. The first time,
and then break them.
Yeah. But here's the deal: we know he's not. But the first time, like they really bond. Stella and Will are the characters. The first time Stella and Will they have a conversation, or the second time they do, Will's on a ledge. I don't know if life is worth living, man. It's like, shut the fuck up, because good. He sat on that ledge and he's like, fuck, I'm too good to take the world away from this. He's not gonna kill himself. This dude, he's like, yeah, I'm too pretty to die. That's why he's crying about half the time. Oh, okay. It's like, because when he's talking about dying, it's just kind of like, I'm too handsome to go. And he's playing around too, and that's where the part of him just being kind of an asshole comes in.
Just let me enjoy this view while I can.
Do you know how lucky you are to be here?
How do you know about my drug trial? You been asking about me?
He's smooth though. I gotta give him credit. He sat on that ledge knowing that she'd be looking for him. You're like, I'm gonna make this bitch care about me. I'm gonna end it up. Stella.
Give your spot to someone else, someone that wants it, that wants to live. What are you doing? Will? Will, no, please get down. Will, stop, please.
Relax.
You asshole. Shit, wait.
I don't know, man. That whole scene with all this yelling and him jumping off of things, I was like, don't y'all have diminished lung capacity? How are you able to do all that?
Martin, it's love. The power of love gives you a good boost of energy.
Hey, could you come down off of... You know what? Never mind.
Yeah, I was waiting for the moment he stood up. You're like, shit, I'm like that.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, fuck.
It was a really bad idea. Can you get a nurse out of here for me?
And you know what's going to happen with these characters. Like, the moment the movie starts, they start introducing characters, you're like, you don't look so good.
You're going to die.
You're going to die. You're definitely fucked. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
But you, don't even ask.
They got this trial, so somebody's going to live.
Yeah, you know exactly who's going to die. I don't even have to tell you. Somebody walked up on the screen, I was like, gone.
Yeah.
It was they walked up. When they walked up, the Grim Reaper just standing behind the whole time.
Want to put this red shirt on?
Now, what stands out with this is that the whole thing with them not being able to touch each other, this whole 5 feet apart thing, that actually works in the movie. The concept is fascinating because it really does bring up this question of, what do you do when somebody that you love you can't touch? I find that very fascinating, and it's and the way they play it out in the movie, it's frustrating, man. I mean, you see why they fell for each other because, I mean, look, people fall for each other because they have something in common. We're
true.
dying. We got something in common. We got the same disease. And I like how because they're stuck in this close quarters with each other too. And there's hardly anybody that they can really talk to because, I mean, it is a complicated thing that they have going on. This disease. They do show you like they take off their clothes and they look like they've just been living through the apocalypse. They got all kind of scars on them. They got things plugged into them. You see why they fell for each other. So that and that works, man. That really does work. Because it's not only somebody that you love you can't touch, but it's also this really horrible thought that I would kill them if I touched them.
Yeah.
They're so desperate that they try to have any kind of a form of contact that they can find.
Yeah.
Like a pool stick. That's where the 5 feet apart thing come from. They find a pool stick is 5 feet apart. So when they're walking down the hallways and stuff, it looks like she's holding his dick or something. Because the thing, they have it like waist low and she's just grabbing it.
Come on, man. Come on. Only you would think something like that.
I was, man. Because that shit is waist low. But they hold hands that way. You see them courting in these ways that they have to sit across a table and, they have to have objects that represent hand holding. That is something that was very touching in the film. That is something that was very, it was heartbreaking and it was moving at the same time.
Okay.
A lot of thought went into that. And the hospital, man, they don't try to hide that a hospital is a depressing place to be. And these kids, they've grown up there practically. And you see, and it's a compliment to the art direction of the film. And also to the characters, they do everything they can to make the hospital home.
Okay,
there's all kind of things that they do creatively to just make it bearable. To make it as much of what a teen's living environment would be like. And Haley Lou Richardson and Cole Sprouse are the ones that played Stella and Will. You got to give them credit for making this work because this is a romance film. Romance films for chemistry depend on a lot of physical contact. And this is a movie where they have none of that, which means that they have to carry the film just based on their screen presence. Mm-hmm. Their chemistry is there because they're so good. I really was, because I heard some complaints about the movie. I saw the Rotten Tomatoes score and I was just like, well, maybe it's just me. Like I said, maybe I'm just a sucker for this. I was enjoying it. And then,
we're on a good path now. What's going on? Why you sound doubtful?
Now here's the thing. You got me.
Yeah.
You ain't got to do no work at all. Look, I'm a sucker for it. All you got to do is just let one of these kids die.
Yeah.
And I'm going home. I'm crying for the rest of the night. I'm in here reviewing this. Man, I love this. It's not perfect, but oh my God, these kids. Nah. But y'all had to try too hard at the end. You had to lay the drama on way too thick to where at that point, this movie did become a parody of these kind of movies.
Okay.
I would have to tell you, you got to stick around for the spoiler for this. But they did something that was so over the top and so phony at the end to get you to cry, to get your emotions all flared up. And I just sat.
The hospital caught on fire.
Oh, Martin, I wish.
Everybody died.
I wish. Shit, I wanted to set the hospital on fire. The last 10, this movie had its own angle. As formulaic as it was, it had something to work with. In a way, it did kind of, like zombies. You know, it did kind of evolve on something that we know what it is.
Yeah.
You know, over and over again. But that last 10 minutes is phony as fuck. They continue to go over the top, one thing after another, to the point where it's just frustrating. Like you at the end, you almost hate these characters.
I am dying to know what this is now.
It felt like a comedy. I was sitting up there laughing my ass off. I had these teenage girls chairs down from me just crying. I'm just like, okay, you know what? Y'all are fools. You're all fools. But I'm sitting up there. I see this for what it is. And it's hilarious. They ain't crying because these kids were dying. I'm just like, this is awesome. This subgenre is kind of lazy in a way. But as I said, you know, it works. Nothing is new. You know, and when done right, anything, even no matter how old it is, anything can be done.
Sure. To
make it appealing. But this really, I've never seen something come in and already be on the right track, and just and when they should have said, "Ta-da! Good night, everybody." So, but wait a minute,
you like that? All right, well let's do some more.
Oh, wait a minute, just one more thing. It's a rental, man. It's a rental, even a bad rental. It's just this rental, not a great rental. If you want to hear the spoiler, if you don't, go away. If you want to hear it, I'll give it to you right now. Done? Got it out the way? You gone? Are you staying? Okay. So the last 10 minutes of this movie. Let me see if I can find. There it is. Last 10 minutes of this movie. Stella decides now who's waiting on a lung transplant.
Yeah.
She's been waiting for years. And they don't know. And they're like, well, you know, that's at the point now with even the adults are kind of like, Stella, I don't know if things are going to work out. You know? but she finally just kind of gives up. And she's met Will. And she's just kind of like, you know, you've shown me that I have to live life. So she decides to sneak out in the middle of the night to go see these lights that she's been seeing across the city.
Yeah.
And they don't take a cab or anything. She's like, nah, I want to walk. You know, I want to live, Will. I want to live. And Will goes with her. And when they're out, you know, they go to this park, and they're out there, and this is important because they're out there on ice, on frozen ice.
Yeah.
You can already see the setup here. So while she's out there making snow angels on a fragile ass ice pond, back at the hospital, sassy black nurse gets a call. Anybody seen Stella? There's been a car wreck. The person's dead, and they have the type of lungs that'll fit Stella. Is Stella around? And they go look in her room like, oh, no, Stella. Just right when the lungs that she needs come over that she's been waiting all these years for. Stella's out there in the fucking snow playing around.
Oh.
After all this time, just coincidence. The moment she decides to leave the hospital, somebody like crashes and dies and gets ready to give her lungs.
Uh-huh.
And then this is where the frustrating part comes in because they start calling her. And she starts seeing the messages, and you can see just putting her phone away. And we either way like, man, answer the fucking phone. Somebody died. And she's just out there just playing around in the snow. And they keep calling and calling. Finally, they just call Will because they see Will is gone. They just call Will's phone. And Will looks at her because he gets a message. And he's like, they got lungs for you. What the fuck are you doing? Let's go. And she's just kind of like, I don't care anymore, Will. You know, 5 years or whatever. I don't know how long it's going to be. He's like, motherfucker, somebody just died to give you lungs. Let's go.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, okay. And then and the moment she gets up,
Crack.
And just like, and it's like, stop fucking playing. She's going through the ice, but no, like, and she's like, oh, here I come. And Will is like, all right, girl, quit playing. I'll just come down and get you. And he looks over, and it's just she's gone, and there's nothing but a hole right there.
Oh, wow.
She's just in the water floating, and he has to go down there and get her out. And when Will goes to get her out, he pulls her out, and the only way to save her
is to give her mouth.
Just to give her mouth to mouth. and they get to the hospital, and he's like, I might have killed her. I had to give her mouth to mouth. But she goes and has the operation. She gets the lungs, and they're like, oh, good thing is that, they come and tell Will, they're like, good news, bacteria, it didn't get to her. She's so lucky. And Will is like, what about my treatment? And they're like, well, that's another thing.
I'm sorry. I meant to say good news, bad. Man, I'm always leaving off that last part. I'm sorry. It's my bad.
And Will like, okay, I understand. As long as Stella's okay. And of course, they don't show it, but they show Stella with the lungs. She's doing better. And she's like, just remember to touch those that you love because you'll never know when you won't be able to.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
And I was just like, I'm laughing, but fuck you. Fuck all you bitches, man. Fuck you. I'm like, no. I know you didn't, man. You know somebody's gonna die, but we don't have to do this with the ice and everything. I mean, come on. The moment they got on that ice, I was like, somebody gonna fall through.
Yeah.
You want further spoilers right here? The moment that gay dude stepped on the screen, dead.
Dead. Yeah, I can tell that.
Dead. You're the first one to show us. Oh shit, this is serious.
Yeah.
You're gonna be the sacrifice.
No, that's been a tradition in movies where you have
you laughing, but it is.
It's tradition in movies where you have a sick gay guy who's being brave and sassy but dies anyway.
Oh, and let me tell you another thing that happened with him because they don't even show it. But you already know he's gonna die because he's the gay dude.
Yeah,
you know he's the sidekick. He ain't important. You don't have to be the one to like make people feel bad, but you have to be the one to make. He's gonna be the one to make you feel worse for Stella and Will later on in the movie. Oh my God, the gay dude could go, so can everybody else. But they pull that army shit when he's going out like a dude off to war.
Oh well, when I get out of here, I got a boy waiting for me.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, no. Yeah, Barton. Yeah, because Stella gets mad at my boy. She's like, she gets upset about something, and he's telling her, his name is Poe, and Poe is telling her, he's like, he wants to see you. Go for it. What are you doing? And she's like, who you to tell me about love? You fucked up love so many times. By the way, I'll tell you one thing about this movie. You can say fuck twice now in the PG-13 film.
Oh, can you?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Yeah. They have to.
They upped it.
They have to be 5 feet apart. But you can say, fuck you. And that's an inch away from you. My boy, she's telling him, you messed up love so many times. You had it. How many guys have come to your room and fucked the shit out of you? You just let them go. She said, she doesn't say that, but she says something to that effect. And she's like, and one guy really meant something to you, and you let him leave. And so there's that part of the movie where they have one big dinner. They're all, they sneak. They say in the hospital they have like food for VIPs, means politicians and celebrities. So they sneak like 10 lobsters out of the room, and they're all having a party. For people who are dying and need to be checked up on, they have some of the worst security in there. These fools are having crab and lobster for dinner, candlelight, in a room that they can't even find them in. But they're doing that, and he finally pulls Stella aside, and he's like, I heard what you said. You're right for once. Mike, he's coming, and I'm going for it. We're gonna be together. And I was like, no, you ain't. You should shut the fuck up. No, you're not. Grim Reaper's over there. Keep what you gonna do? Keep saying it, huh? Tell me more.
Grim Reaper's probably walking by like, wait, what? I'm sorry. What did you say?
Huh?
I'll be with y'all in a second. I gotta handle something real quick.
Tell me more, Paul. What you gonna do? Tell me about this mic. That sounds beautiful. Come here. Take that pool stick and stick it right up their ass. Come on. I have to make contact in the most romantic way. It's like, get the fuck out of here. The only way he could save her is by kissing her, the kiss that saved her life. Fuck you. I hate with that. Hey.
Oh.
You know.
The bacteria? No, it's fine. She's good.
She's good.
Okay. Now, what about me?
You're fucked.
Yeah, about that.
Oh, you dead.
I mean, what were you thinking?
I'm glad you got that kiss in, because that's the last kiss you're going to have.
I hope it was good.
Thank you for watching, everybody. That makes me so happy. You can make me even happier by hitting that subscribe button. And if you really love us, go check out our main site, doubletoasted.com. Over there, you'll find the live streams that we do almost every night of the week and a longer form version of this video right here. Support us at dtmerch.com. And remember to always stay toasty.